Hey guys, okay, so we're doing a mayonnaise cake. That's right, we're making a cake with some mayo.
That's so nasty. That's just disgusting.
The Cooking with Jack Show, a man on a mission to not only constantly push the envelope on what it means to be a chef, but also to question what is acceptable when it comes to creating a recipe. And boys and girls, today, I fear that Jack has pushed the envelope an inch too far. Mayonnaise cake. There, I said it. It's out in the open now. You need to know. You deserve to know what you're getting into. Today is no average Cooking with Jack Show video. Do you know the power those two words have when put together? You say the words mayonnaise cake to the wrong person, I promise you we're going into World War III. The world is simply not ready. But as we know all too well on this channel, Jack doesn't wait around on the world, and today we're about to find that out the hard way. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
Hey guys, okay, so we're doing a mayonnaise cake. That's right, we're making a cake with some mayo, but before we do, I'm playing a joke on Jack Jr. I'm gonna give him a call, have him come downstairs. He's upstairs playing video games. He hates, like when I have a little bit on the spoon, I'll lick the spoon of mayonnaise and it grosses him out.
Jack, you should be proud. You've raised a normal human. There are certain condiments that even though you might eat them normally, you just don't lick them off of a spoon. Take, for example, butter or horseradish or mayonnaise. Fine when incorporated into dishes, not for spoon licking.
Like completely. So I'm gonna try and get him down here, get a whole spoonful of mayo. You'll see, it's gonna be great. Don't watch me eat the mayo, but watch his face.
That's so nasty. That's just disgusting. That's gross.
Did I tell you? Did I tell you he'd get all grossed out? Look, there he goes.
I am sitting here at 5:24 in the morning, watching a man disappoint his son to just the furthest extent imaginable by absolutely ravaging a spoonful of mayonnaise, and I get to call this my job? I'm the luckiest man alive.
He thinks it's the grossest thing ever, eating a spoonful of mayonnaise. Ugh, that was a little strong, but it's time to mix up our dry ingredients. The flour, the cocoa powder, and baking soda. Get your sugar, put your eggs in here, and then your vanilla, and then you're gonna mix it on high, and we're gonna add in the mayonnaise, however you say it. Some people say mayonnaise, but it's really mayonnaise.
Alright, so I just looked in my fridge and all I have is light mayonnaise. Just knowing Jack, I'm gonna have to guess that this is in fact not light mayonnaise. But if my calculations don't deceive me, 1 cup of light mayonnaise is 1,500 calories. This appears to be nearly 2 cups of just regular mayo, and I guess that's just what you need to add to what is already like the most unhealthy food for you that you can eat. 2,500 calories of good old-fashioned oil and egg.
Put that in. I'm gonna beat that on slow. So do it nice and slow till it's incorporated. All right, cool. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this in right now. And I'm gonna mix it in, nice and low.
Alright, so I've been reading some of the comments on this video, and a surprising amount of them are saying that mayo actually makes a cake a lot better, which I mean, I guess kind of makes sense. Apart from the vinegar, it's just oil and eggs, stuff that goes into a cake anyways. But you know what else makes most things taste better? Butter and salt. Does that mean we should stick 8 sticks of butter and a cup of salt into everything we eat? No. And that sort of thinking should probably apply to anybody who's considering making a mayonnaise cake. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. With that being said, prepare to hear me sound much more energetic the next time you hear me. I'm going to bed.
All right, now it's time to do the frosting. We have powdered sugar, milk, cocoa powder. We also have espresso concentrated powder right there. That's the key right there. Just get espresso powder at the store, take a little bit of that and put it into this frosting. Little vanilla, butter at room temperature.
Alright, so I didn't trust this ungodly amount of butter to be accurate, so I looked at a few different recipes for frosting, 4 to be specific, and the most butter I could find any of them call for was 1.5 sticks. Jack, why do you choose to double ingredients, and why are they always the worst possible ones you could have doubled?
I like to smash the butter first for a little bit, but you're basically gonna wanna Kind of spin it on low.
Is there any way to use these beaters without absolutely just destroying your entire kitchen? I mean, you'd think in 2021 we'd have the technology to have a setting on the beaters to where it is low enough that it doesn't make powder just fly everywhere. I mean, we have cars that can drive themselves, but we can't make beaters that have more than 2 settings. Come on, scientist, focus on what matters.
All right, so now that it's done, we have one more thing to mix in. We're gonna take the vanilla now and drizzle that throughout here. And you're gonna take the espresso powder, sprinkle that all around, and you're gonna slowly incorporate it back into the frosting.
Okay, so I want to preface this by saying I know absolutely nothing about baking. I'm a pretty good cook, but when it comes to like pastries and baking stuff, I literally know nothing. Like if you told me to make a cake from memory right now, even if you provided me with all of the ingredients, I really don't know if I could do it. But it just seems wrong to put vanilla into chocolate frosting. I mean, you wouldn't put chocolate into vanilla frosting, so I mean, that just seems wrong to me. Any master chefs out there, let me know if I'm right.
I don't frost. This is one of the things that scares Jack. That's me. Dooby dooby doo. There you go. It's an Oreo cookie. Just kidding. All right, there it is. Your mayonnaise cake. Looks better than you thought it would, doesn't it?
You know, to be honest, Jack, yes, this is quite a bit better than I was expecting. I was really coming into this video just expecting an entire cake made of nothing but mayonnaise. That might be a stupid expectation for any sort of situation, but this one, expecting something like that from Jack is honestly pretty normal. I'm honestly disappointed that it is just a chocolate cake with nasty ingredients. Jack, you can do better than this. If you ever see this, you need to revisit this. Give the people what they want. Make a cake of mayonnaise.
All right, so let's cut a piece. Here we go. Look at that. There's your slice. Came out good. All right, let's try it. I'm telling you, this cake, I know it's moist. That is some of the best buttercream frosting I've ever had. Oh my, sorry, I'm going for another piece.
You know, I'm honestly not even gonna doubt that this is probably a really good cake. I'm not even really making fun of the mayonnaise because it's mayonnaise. I'm making fun of the reason that it's mayonnaise in a cake. You know what? Hold on. Alright, so this is a pretty rough estimation, but I went back and kind of counted the ingredients he used. Now, chocolate cake is not known for its health factor, but from my estimation, this cake probably has about 8,000 calories, compared to the normal 4 to 5. Jack, I know this is probably hard to hear, but sometimes less butter is better. Well guys, you know, I'm honestly kind of conflicted here. Jack seems to have finally made a somewhat decent dish, but at the same time, I think consuming it would send the average family into a coma, so I guess there are pros and cons. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and walk on over to that subscribe button and touch it. It's free. It won't cost you anything. But for now, that's all I have for you today. Bye.
Subscribe.